Okay, and and they're in the lift, and she's reading some text, and there's a guy staring down at her cleavage, while her husband is just casually like whatever. It doesn't make
Living the best day. No one's bothering him.
This is just the first hour of the morning, and it's so different for a guy and a girl, and then the icing on the cake is they're both cops. She's in a uniform, and a random guy comes and says, "Is there a cop around here?" And she's like, "I'm literally in uniform." And then her husband comes and he's just wearing a badge which is concealed, and he says, "Oh, you're a cop. Thank God. Okay, let's talk to you." And then if you get attacked by the bear, they won't ask you what were you wearing. Did you give the bear mixed signals? Did you whatever, were you in a relationship with the bear at some point? तुम्हारी हाँ में भी तुम्हारी ना में भी हाँ थी क्या? One of the main places where I think consent is really needed is alcohol. Because I'm like, bro, if somebody offers me alcohol, no, and I say no, first question is, are you pregnant? I'm like, bro, मेरे को नहीं पीने का है, हद हो गई, मतलब नहीं मन कर रहा भाई. Hello guys, welcome to just another podcast on the internet which you can listen to while washing dishes.
No.
So yeah.
Please, gaadi chalate or something else also. We are a little informative.
Slightly. Not much. Yeah. It's just fun. But yes, because there were so little podcasts on the internet, we thought we should fill this giant vacuum.
Absolutely.
With another one. So, yeah. So, we're two girls and we love to maro gappe. Hence,
Girl Gappa. What a name.
So welcome to Girl Gappa. We are a safe space for women to talk about things we care about.
Yes.
I am Arushi. I am an anchor, a content creator, a writer, editor. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of things to say.
Wow, very nice. And I'm Sadhika. I'm a brand strategist, a community builder, and I'm a founder. Now I also host this podcast show. It's called Girl Gappa with this beautiful girl. Jahan hum gappe marte hain.
So yeah, we are two girls, one gappa.
Yeah.
So that's, and today we're going to talk about something
very serious actually.
Have you been inappropriately touched, looked at?
Yeah. This is like one of those things. Have you seen Sex Education? So if you guys not, there's an episode where, they got all these girls from this class, they were fighting basically in the school, and every single one of them had nothing in common, and the teacher was like, find something and tell us about it. And every one of them had one thing. They had been harassed in some capacity.
Yep. And so every single woman, I won't even say this country, I would say this world, has been sexually assaulted in some capacity. And, and the funniest or weirdest part is that if you think you haven't, you may have not noticed, or you may have ignored it, or your brain might have shut it down.
Yes.
So today we're talking about larger themes in inappropriate behavior, sexual harassment, consent, boundaries, all of those things.
Yeah, and it's not just about physical, because obviously when you think about consent, we're always like, okay, fine, you got touched. There's also a lot of other things like, emotional consent, you have got like digital consent. There are lots of facets to consent which people don't realize they're overstepping. Like, let's say if you have a baby and you don't want your baby's pictures taken, or, when you're birthing the child, you don't want someone in the room. That's also where consent comes into play. Or in other aspects also, like your working hours.
Mm-hmm.
When, like, boundaries in all formats, essentially.
One of the main places where I think consent is really needed is alcohol. Because I'm like, bro, if somebody offers me alcohol, no, and I say no, first question is, are you pregnant? I'm like, bro, मेरे को नहीं पीने का है, हद हो गई, मतलब नहीं मन कर रहा भाई.
Alcohol is the one substance abuse that people are going to be like, अरे तुम नहीं करते? कैसे नहीं करते? What is wrong with you? Like, this is actual thing. I know it's going to say that for like smoking. Like, if someone's smoking, like, okay, do you smoke?
No, it doesn't. Sometimes even that doesn't. Some people don't have boundaries there also. Honestly,
people, I'm talking about like there is a general acceptance to substance abuse when it comes to alcohol abuse.
When it comes, and the thing is, I use that as an example often to educate people about consent. That in this case, if it was suppose chai, for instance, right? If it was anything else, you would not. So if I'm offering you chai, और से पियोगे chai, मुड़ी नहीं, मैं बोलूँगी ठीक है, हाँ नहीं, but नहीं, मम्मी को नहीं पीना है. So I'll keep it back, okay. But I will say, अच्छा नहीं पीना, नहीं पी ले यार. नहीं पीना. नहीं मुंह खोल ना
इधर मुंह खोल that can be said in other places as well, which require consent.
So in the same context, like in chai, like you see, it sounds so ridiculous, but in alcohol, I have literally had people open my mouth like this and put alcohol in my, like, put like those beer tubes. And it is, I'm sorry, it's very triggering. Even that,
It's
like, it's
disturbing.
not cool. It's like, it's a form of violation of your boundaries.
Hmm.
So it's just, I mean, we're probably not talking about alcohol also here, but
Yeah.
it just resonates to consent. Like, it just cascades into consent in general.
Yeah, because this then becomes a cultural thing, right? Because alcohol is accepted, right? Then when it comes to, let's say, certain boundaries, when it comes to your family or your friends, in our culture, we accept a lot of things that, acha, theek hai bhai, let's say locking the room as a child, all right, or even as an adult. Why are you locking your room? What are you doing? There is
ऐसा
no,
क्या कर रहे हो?
like there is
दीवार
this
के पीछे,
entire
हाँ.
thing that you do not have your own right, your own privacy in your own room. There is no boundary. And this then transcends. I remember there was this one point, I had locked my room. My male relative was like, why did you lock your door? First up, you're not my father, you're not my immediate relative. Why are you asking me what am I doing with my door locked? And it is accepted. And then this issue, when it comes to the creepy uncle trope, who's like touching you or being inappropriate, you feel like आप तो कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते उनको, because they feel entitled. And because of this acceptance, right? Whether it comes to alcohol or, uncles having a certain thing, it's always like the girl, हाँ ठीक है तुम जाके, don't wear your shorts, wear this, cover up. It's, you can't make them uncomfortable even if they make you feel uncomfortable. Now this comes to the point where you create a boundary. भाई आप ऐसा लौंडों के साथ तो नहीं कर रहा, मुझसे क्यों पूछ रहे हो? आप पूछो ना जाके जैक से, उसका कमरा क्यों नहीं बंद है? क्या मतलब what आप मेरे कमरे में क्यों घुसना चाहते हो? पहले तो मुझे ये बताओ.
Exactly. No, so I feel like as a culture in general, as kids, we are told कि नहीं जो प्लेट में वो खत्म करो, जो खा रहे हो वो you have to eat this, you have to finish your milk, you have to finish your cereal,
Otherwise Africa
your
kids will
paratha,
starve.
हाँ, you have to do this. You don't have any say in this. You're not mature enough. You are not, your body mind not strong enough to know how much you want. I know. I will tell you because I will force you into eating or whatever, right? You have to accept what I say. And that goes into your adulthood as well. And as you grow, even your parents are growing, your relatives are growing, right? And the mindset is the same. कि देखो तुमको कुछ नहीं आता है, I will give you this much, you have to accept it. And then also in a patriarchal society where men are at a certain hierarchy by default, they feel like because I have grown up in this environment where somebody at a lower hierarchy has to accept what I have to tell them or what I have to give. So here also, if I give you something, you have to accept it. There's no, what you say doesn't matter. What you are feeling, how you are receiving it doesn't matter. It's me, I have to give it to you. I have to do it. Yeah.
And it's also another thing that you don't learn to respect your own intuition. Let's say over your hunger cues, for example. You don't know when you're feeling full because you have not learned to say, okay, this is enough, stop. And then this can also progress into your mindset when it comes to your relationship or your friendship. When people are pushing you, you become more pushover, not because you are a pushover, because you have inculcated that through systematically learning that your body doesn't know yes or no. It is told, that is what has to happen with it. And then when you are being inappropriately touched by someone, for example, and you've always been like, nahin, you're thinking wrong, you need to, let's say, eat this, or you're overreacting, when you're always being nitpicked, then it's kind of like you don't know.
You misconstrued it. Maybe you only didn't know. Maybe you overread it.
And there's so many instances where, the family members are trying to hide or side with that relative uncle. Where they're like, nahin, wo aisa thodi na karenge. He's so nice.
I know, right?
He's so
Though he
nice.
touched your butt, but it's okay. Put your hand inside your shirt, but fine.
No, I don't know if that rule is still there, but if suppose over the clothes someone is groped for like 10 or 15 seconds, not considered anything. There was this law that was passed recently and people lost it.
So in the POXO Act, it's like this one judge, there's a lot of outrage over it where she said that if there's no skin to skin contact, then it does not count as that big an offense.
Yeah.
And but if it's over your clothes, it's a smaller offense.
Yeah.
And it was a female judge.
Yeah.
Who passed this? I was like, no, so many feelings.
I don't understand, man. This is a point where you're like, we want our people, like the females, to come represent and save us, and then they're doing this. Like, what is happening?
This is like ultimate pick me judge. Pick me
Oh
woman. It's like
my.
that. You don't have a pick me girl becomes a judge.
That's massive pick me behavior, man.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Like the guys have so much stuff going on. I mean, his hand was just there. You don't even know if it was on you.
Yeah, maybe
But
he was. Yeah, exactly.
how can you feel it over cloth? How is it even valid?
Yeah,
No,
maybe it was
man.
a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake for 45 seconds.
But the thing is, the sad part is that women always know. Women can, men also.
Yeah.
You'll always know if somebody is
Even looking at you, if someone's looking at you like through a window or like on the other side of the metro station, you'll pick it up. You're like, who's staring? Where is this from?
Yeah. And usually, and the worst part is, so have you, so there's this Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where she's talking about like this Jake and Amy, they're a couple. So they're talking about how differently their morning went. Okay. So he comes and he's like, oh, so the hot dog stand guy says, oh, you look awesome today. And then the wife gets the same, like she's next in line and the guy's like, oh, you look really pretty, but you should smile more. Okay. And, and, they're in the lift and she's reading some text and, there's a guy staring down at her cleavage while her husband is just casually like, whatever, it doesn't make
living the best day. No one's bothering him.
This is just the first hour of the morning and it's so different for a guy and a girl. And then the icing on the cake is they're both cops. She's in a uniform. And a random guy comes and says, is there a cop around here? And she's like, I'm literally in uniform. And then her husband comes and he's just wearing a badge which is concealed. And he says, oh, you're a cop. Thank God. Okay, let's talk to you.
This is where it's just like, oh, your uniform is for fetish. It's not actually for usage.
Yeah.
Your existence as a female is just for...
तुम तो cosplay कर रही थी.
Yeah.
So in that, the end of the scene is basically when she's explaining it to him, she says that the worst part is that this is just things that I noticed. And there are so many things that I would not even have known. And it's a defense mechanism that we've actually, it's like we've evolved to kind of block it. Because if we actually start noticing how many inappropriate things are happening around us, to us particularly, oh my God, our mental health is going to be so fucked, dude.
It is true. So, I know we're talking about consent, but I have a little story. So, there was this one business that I was starting, right? And because it was in the protein drink sector, it was kind of like gym boys. And the entire environment had a lot of guys. What lot? I mean, only guys. Whether it came to the shops, the actual gym places, wherever we put our product, whichever retailers we talked to, all of the stores. And what I noticed was that, obviously, as a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode, none of the guys paid attention to me. They would talk to my business partner and they would not look at me or talk to me, and if I said anything it would not be considered. If he said the same thing it would be considered. And the only time they actually and the only time they actually paid attention or they had any recall value, they're like, aapke saath ek jo sundar ladki aayi thi na. So, and this happened. So, Pragati Maidan mein, you guys must be knowing, like Cosmotech hota hai, kafi conventions hote. So if you want to, let's say, get into any sort of business, there is an event that happens over there where you can actually, find, okay, fine, this is a supplier, I'm in need for this particular raw material, whatever have you, and you go over there, even machinery and stuff like that. This particular event that I went to in Pragati Maidan, that stall guy remembered me just because of the looks, not because of the work that we guys were doing. And he was like, because even though our product was very innovative, he was like, yeah, अरे आप last time भी तो आए थे, मैंने आपको देखा था. And it is just like complete, like your entire existence is just like, okay, fine, this is how you look, and that's about it. Even though I was the one doing all of the behind the scenes work, the formulation, everything, I was just put down. I was just put into an object, the shell of me, and whatever my work was disqualified. So then I told him, I was like, yeah, I have done majority or more of the work than you. I'm not getting any respect. And he was like, no, they're treating you in the same manner. What? Because, these guys are like blind. Like even when it comes to, let's say, when females go and complain, I know there are lots of false complaints that also go. But then when you're telling ki, bhai, your uncle did this, this happened with you in the public transport, you're not taken seriously. Because then when you're saying this stuff is happening with me, they don't take you seriously. Nahin, tum galat samajh. Nahin, it was the same thing. This guy was not listening to me. He was just, let's say, comment on what I'm wearing. And he was a person who was doing majority of our sales. And I was like, dude, every single time I'm speaking, I am getting ignored. And he just passes a comment on, let's say, "Arey, aap jhuk kyun rahe ho?" types or something like that. Yeah, no. There was a lot of tension that would come up in certain things that he would say. And I found it very creepy. And this was with all of the vendors that we had. There was like 50% of them were not creeps. All right. Like I was very surprised when I was going to like really rural areas like Bamana, jahan pe we were getting like the machine and the bottles and stuff. The guys, like the people who are respectable and like who are nice, genuine guys, these guys are, it doesn't matter which walk of life they're coming from. But the creeps are creeps. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
education is not a subject to being literate.
Yeah, no. So, everyone says that a certain class of people or a certain, whatever.
It's a certain type of person.
Yeah, it is just person. Yeah. And I won't even say man or woman because now it doesn't matter. It's just anyone. Literally, anyone can be a perpetrator of a crime. Anybody can be a violator of your boundaries. Despite any kind of social hierarchy.
I really like this one post that Seema, have you seen her? Have you followed her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she had put a beautiful post up. We'll insert it over here where the guy had given a comment that, yeah, you girls, like, some of you are so hot. It's so nice. This and I can't, like, guys can't control themselves. They're attracted. They're sexually attracted. So it just happens. All right. And the reply to that was that consent is required, dude. Like, even lesbians are attracted to women. All right. And the shape and everything like that. They're not going ahead and, this charging because they can't control themselves because of all of the sexual attraction. So, like, out of every 10 rape victims, one happens to be a man every time, according to the stats.
And those are also by men.
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah, because the audacity, the
Yeah.
control is missing. They are entitled and they feel like, Arey, it's we can't help ourselves. Like that comment, I really love the fact that she puts these people on blast. And now Mumbai police and all of them also getting involved that, bhai, you can't, getting to the digital side of it, you can't harass someone digitally. Like, you just can't say things like, please show me your boobs.
Boobs and
Yeah.
vagina.
Yeah, and send a dick pic.
Yeah.
Blast them.
One of my favorite trends recently has been it was on TikTok. We don't have TikTok, but then we have like the Instagram version of TikTok. So what happens is, so they went around asking these women that if you were stuck in a forest, would you rather be trapped with a man or a bear? And 90% of the women said a bear. And what would you do? Would you be stuck with a man or a bear? Bear and man are not known to you.
Dude, bear. I mean, in
Yeah.
this case, at least you know, right? Ki, theek hai, maybe if you like feed the bear or if you stay away from the bear.
Yeah,
hide
the bear is not hungry.
Yeah.
It won't attack you. And then, if you get attacked by the bear, they won't ask you, what were you wearing? Did you give the bear mixed signals? Did you, like, whatever, were you in a relationship with the bear at some point? Did you, तुम्हारी ना में भी हाँ थी क्या?
Oh,
What did you want to
God.
secretly be murdered or mauled? So I won't be asked these questions if it was a bear.
This तुम्हारी नाम में भी हाथ is such a propaganda when it comes to removing consent from females.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally saying that, okay, fine, even if you say no, it's not a no because I want you to say yes. I'm projecting my feelings on you. And movies are created on the basis of that where they're like, okay, this guy stalked the girl.
Yeah.
And then
And
finally,
you basically wore her down, and then she finally was like, okay, fine. Dude.
yeah, let's
Okay,
get
yeah,
married, let me have
okay,
kids, why not?
So this is so during the Me Too movement, so Aziz Ansari ka case was like falling in, apparently, according to men, a grey area. Where he said that, where she apparently gave consent after he coerced her a bit, like thoda sa nudge karke fir consent diya, but it wasn't 100% consent from her side. So that was the controversy. So it was apparently a grey area, but then what is grey area in this? It's 100% or not. You can't be half pregnant. है ना? You are either pregnant or not. So consent is also like that. So you either give consent or you don't. There is no मैंने नहीं दिया but then दे दिया type नहीं होता है. It also, like, you actually kind of determine this after it's done that, oh shit, मैंने नहीं दिया था consent. मैंने शायद, maybe I felt like, even if it's a maybe, it's a no-go.
A forced yes or a pity yes is
Yeah.
not a yes. You're getting someone to say yes to you, to be in a relationship, asking them like multiple times. It's not actually a yes. On that note, I have a story from the internet that matches this entire thing. Like, you can be in a relationship, but let me just read it out so you get the full context. I don't know how to say no. Is it possible sexual assault? My boyfriend came over just now to drop off some food for me. We started getting frisky in his car and gave each other oral. I was totally okay with it and into it. He came relatively fast and I was like, I don't feel like it, and I was tired. So I made him finish and we were cuddling. He kind of looked uncomfortable and asked like, okay, you know what? I'm still horny. And I was like, okay, I'll give you head. And then after that, we got to cuddling. He said, no, I am still horny. And pulled his pants down. And, well, basically, let me just remove this portion because he assaulted her. Now, he asked her multiple times in the story that, I'm still horny. She didn't want to ask. She gave him head bloody twice in this. And she then ends it. I'm a huge pushover and a people pleaser. I didn't really want to do that. I feel empty inside right now. And I don't know if I'm overreacting or what. I don't know what to feel. I just want someone to talk to about this.
Oh dear. Oh damn.
Imagine.
So sadly so common. No, that's what I'm saying. You can't be half pregnant. Similarly, you can't give half consent. It has to be a very resonating yes. Okay, so there's a theory, right? That consent is prize. So
Consent is prize.
Yeah.
French fries.
Consent is prize.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
So it's like a hot potato.
So it's freely given. It's reversible. So you can take it back. It's informed. कि भाई पता होना चाहिए कि भाई yes है या no है, whatever. It is enthusiastic. ये नहीं कि maybe okay fine yes
Yeah.
it's just what you want, and it is specific. So fries freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, specific.
I love about this
Yeah.
acronym that it works for actually asking fries, and the fry becomes an acronym in itself.
Yeah, and you can't
Perfect.
even like, don't force people to have fries either, even though it's amazing, but it's
I don't
so
like fries.
unhealthy. Yeah, exactly.
I don't like fries. So yeah, it's not necessary.
It's not healthy. It's not good for you, but it's great. So either way, like if you can't force someone to have fries, na, and you can't force someone to do other things to you.
It's just
Basically.
uncomfortable. So I mean, getting to this in the story, we were talking about a boyfriend and a girlfriend scenario. Now getting a little darker. You're married. Just wanting to know, like, if suppose there's someone in your place who was married, and marital rape is not considered anything because consent in marriage is a gray area because you're married. Now, like, at least people who are single, like, you know, they can say, okay, fine, this person did that, and that gray area doesn't have some law supporting it. What's your take on it? Or let's say if you have some additional idea.
Matlab, for me, it's very black and white, of course. It comes with human being, violated boundaries, consent taken, consent not taken, and violation. Okay, simple. It's that. The thing is, okay, I'll tell you, if you're getting a haircut, right, and you're getting it from a hairdresser, you know, you are very close, like, you know, you've got it done many times from this hairdresser, and you know, you have, you know, let them enter a certain boundary, right? It's a body, like you have let them you've let them close enough to you to be able to touch your hair, which is a part of your body.
Yeah.
So you are okay, you're comfortable with that. But let's say they cut it too short, which is a violation. You didn't want that, right? It is uncomfortable. You let them come till here. So you can't say that, you can't tell people that, like people can't say that, oh, you sat on that chair. You let them cut your hair. You should be okay with how short it is, even though you asked for a longer haircut. But then they cut your hair, you let them cut your hair, na? So how does it matter how short it is? They cut your hair.
Dude, literally, so many girls just say this when they're coming from a hairdresser in reality. That, you know, I had just asked for like a short trim. I just wanted my dead ends off, and these guys cut 3 inches. And then these girls also don't speak up during that process when it's happening because they feel like okay, I sat here. This is also comes into like self-blaming, victim blaming. They're kind of like, okay, I sat here, it's my fault. No, you agreed for X. Let's say if you were exchanging services and you are getting paid your scope of work. It's like if you're deciding, like even in your job, if you're deciding you're going to work from 9 to 5 and your employer is keeping you 9 to 12 o'clock, you're just going to sleep at home, you're eating, shitting, taking a bath over there 7 days a week, continuously, you're still being abused. It's a different kind of abuse, but you did not agree. Whether it comes to the haircut,
it is still a violation of a boundary. Yeah.
So this is where you need to realize just because you agreed for a little doesn't mean that you have to give everything or a lot also. You need to be like, okay, here is where the line comes and stop.
Oh man, haircuts are like such PTSD for me because it is.
I
know. I have one specific. Finally, I have one specific hairdresser who I'm like, please nahi karna, tu itna katta. Thankfully, so now he's the one. I love him.
I don't even have to bother with that.
If anybody wants, if you're a curly girl or boy, if you want a good curly hairstylist, please DM me. I will tell you, he's awesome. Yeah. So
I don't even bother with that, man. I'm just like Atmanirbhar khud ki. I started cutting my hair when I had the same incident that someone just cut my hair off a lot, and I was like, I am in charge of it. So since I 11th, 12th, I started cutting my own hair because this is the point where once your trust is violated, and this happens with a lot of victims also really going dark in, but they just can't then give their trust to someone, and then they're like, oh no, they're supposed to. It's okay. You need to move on. You're overreacting.
It's like if you get bitten by a dog, you will be, of course, हमारा थोड़ा अलग है because we have dogs and we are just in a toxic relationship.
I got bitten by a dog, man. I am scared of street dogs till now.
Exactly. If you get bitten by a dog, you are scared of the dog, and then nobody judges you saying, "Arey, those dog intentions are not all dogs."
Yeah.
And if you're scared of a dog, nobody is not all dogs.
No, bhai.
But here is like not all men.
I don't know, man. But I still think I would rather be with a street dog that I can't trust than a man I can't trust.
I'd rather, even if I'm dying, if I'm in the cold, if I'm in Siberia, and there's a polar bear, and there's a man with a jacket, I would still go and get warmth from a polar bear. Like literally, it runs in that deep.
This is the point where, you just you dig your own ice cave and you just die over it.
I'll accept my fate. Yeah, at least, then I won't be asked that, what were you wearing? I will be asked, of course, why weren't you wearing a jacket? Fine. That's okay.
Jacket se kaam nahi banega wahan par. You need so many clothes, and then even the clothes are never enough.
Yeah, I know.
And this works across the board.
So I know a friend of mine. shared this post about the bear and the man, okay?
Hmm.
And uspe somebody DM'd her saying Bobs and Vagine. Not Bobs and Vagine exactly, but something on those lines. On that. And I was like, bro, you are proving your point. The fuck, you are literally मतलब the trope. So I'm saying that अगर फॉरेस्ट का क्या ही बोले कि जब हम लोग डिजिटल स्पेस में ही जहाँ पे लिटरली तुम एक अलग कोने ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पे बैठे हुए हो उस पे सेफ नहीं हो तो तुम फॉरेस्ट पे हाउ विल यू ट्रस्ट अ मैन मतलब लिटरली
So I feel like if we are discussing this, digital violation happens in a very specific way. You are going to get not just unsolicited messages mocking, because this seem more like mockery. You will directly get dick pics, or even if we just go, let's say your photo shared, let's say you're in a group setting, and you guys are enjoying your vacation. And you are comfortably in your bikini. You're not interested in certain photos being shared. But some friends are like, no, I want to post this, I want to post this. So then after that, you're obviously getting more unsolicited invitations of calls and messages on Instagram. So this TikTok trend is much less impactful than another TikTok trend I saw. So a lot of guys on TikTok, by the way, for a fact, are not calling themselves pedophiles. They're calling them minor appreciators.
what
This is a fact. All right. And
fuck?
they have videos zooming in to newborn babies' parts. You know, when mothers are posting their child topless in their, diaper, changing photos, bathing photos and stuff. They are literally like, they are TikTok accounts and groups that actually just are appreciators. But if you read the comments, it's insane. It's so disgusting. These guys are like, I'm pretty sure that hole is like this, or I'm pretty sure that mouse has enough space right now when they're putting the pacifier inside the baby's mouth. It is disgusting. This guy is in jail for trafficking kids. He would see videos on TikTok, and then after that, he would traffic those babies, sell them on the dark web. Now, your child's safety, again, this is a part of your consent. Don't have a private account. Don't share anything, man, because you don't know who's watching. And when your relatives or your friends are like, "Ali, that's a cute little baby, let me put a photo up," you don't know who's seeing. And you don't know the safety. You don't know when you are picking your child up from school or annual day and you're posting a story on Facebook and your grandmother, great grandmother, some relative is sharing who's in their list. And they don't take no for answer. अरे इतना क्यूट तो लग रहा है मैंने शेयर ही तो किया अरे उसका एनुअल डे था मुझे करना ही था नहीं. This world has become scary and creepy and censoring a child, especially an innocent child, you don't even know उसको कैंडी मिल जाएगा तो चल देगा. ठीक है अरे मामा देख ले such a nice thing like
नहीं मैं तो अपने बच्चे का यूट्यूब चैनल शुरू करूंगी आई एम सॉरी ठीक है नहीं मेरा बच्चा फेमस हो रहा है उसमें मेरे को पैसे कमाने हैं तो मैं कमाऊंगी नॉट बाय ट्रैफिकिंग देम बट बाय यूट्यूबिंग देम okay another thing that I recently started doing not recently matlab since I started making content on Instagram I started posting a lot with my husband Krishanu because it and I have seen that it has lessened the amount of creepy DMs that I have received every post that I put to Shanu is at least 10 less creepy messages.
no that's
you
true.
know, I receive.
Anyway, so whenever I post with Neeraj, I always lose 100 randos. As a rule, there's always my follow count will just go down because the males unfollow for creeps.
Yeah. No, I was like, fuck these guys. I want only women followers. So women, please follow me. I love you. So, but yeah, so the thing is, okay, the deeper connotation to this is that if like a man will only respect your boundaries if you are taken by another man.
Yeah.
So you don't have value, only that man has value. And since there's a man in the picture, now you will respect that man. But the woman, no. Sorry. It's like that. So
That's also, circling back to the whole issue that the hierarchy. If the man is saying something, then obviously that's there, but the women are the lesser in the society. So if they say something, it's not going to be agreed upon. So if suppose there was a guy sitting right now with us talking about the same issues, that guy, especially if it was like a guy in the tech space who has a lot of bhai wala clout. So yeah, अरे भाई ने बोला नहीं करना चाहिए फिर तो. But ये दोनों क्या? What?
yes.
So this is the point where allies come in the conversation, right? Like if you have a male who actually represent the male part of the society, not like the softer metrosexual part of the society, but like the typical male part of the society, and they say, "नहीं ये गलत हुआ, नहीं ये होना चाहिए था, this is correct, this is incorrect." So then these guys listen up, but oftentimes also by the way, the communities come and bash them.
Yeah, oh ये simp हो रहा है ये
Simping.
like okay, so Babil Khan for instance, I mean, I may disagree or agree with his behavior, whatever, doesn't matter. But in the context of, say, a Babil Khan, okay, he was just being nice, being polite to a woman. Though I also agree it was kind of thoda sa performative to tha. But then the hate he got from men over
Yeah.
just saying that, over the fact that he said, "Nahi, I'm so sorry, you step in for the photo. I'll do mine later." It was slightly performative, I agree. But the hate he got that, oh my god, तू तो simp है, तू तो pick me boy है, तू तो ये है. It was just like, I mean, I'm like, bro, ये ठीक है ना, कोई बात नहीं, polite तो हो रहा है यार. It's better than the guys who are assholes at least. मतलब ठीक है यार, it's a start. जो भी है, थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया, but ठीक है यार, कर रहा है. What the fuck, it doesn't warrant this much hate, यार.
थोड़ा ज्यादा क्या? I mean, I feel like if guys are doing something good, you should be appreciating them and be like, yeah, softness, like you.
Or shut up, or don't say anything, na. Or just like, don't, why are you hitting on it? No, why? What's wrong with it? Even I found it weird, but I'm like, ठीक है यार, cool, कोई बात नहीं, अच्छे इंसान हो तुम, अंदर से अच्छे हो सकते हो.
हो सकते हो.
हाँ.
होने की कोशिश तो करो.
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं, अंदर अच्छे हो गए इसलिए बोल रहा कोई नहीं. If a person is brought up well, if a person is polite, they would do this generally. So what he did was, so this photographer or somebody, I don't know, so he was photographer was taking pictures with some Tiffany woman. Tiffany का कोई event था, and there was some woman who must have been a big shot, I don't know. So he came into her frame, and then when he didn't realize that she was there. When he did realize, then he got all like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And he went, okay, and it was very little, थोड़ा extra तो था, but it was so. मतलब it's okay यार, people are sometimes they are very expressive, and he was from an acting khandan, so it's okay, people are like that. But
Especially when the cameras are on their own.
yeah, it's okay. But he was just being polite at the end of the day. The hate he got for it was, oh my god, भाई मैं डिप्रेस हो जाती हूँ. मैंने तो अच्छा ही काम किया यार, ऐसा तो क्या किया मैंने. मतलब
This is where your following really does make a difference. Especially to the voice. Some people, they don't, even if they're good people behind the door, and if they have a toxic following, they're going to be like, नहीं, हम लोग अब नहीं बोलेंगे, देखो इसके साथ क्या हो, हम तो चुप ही रहेंगे.
yeah, exactly.
So this is perpetuates the cycle.
So, yeah, so I feel like, okay, so all of it comes down to the fact that, you know, there are no forms or disguises to no. There is a no. Right. And when somebody says no, you have to take the no. And you know, the worst part is that even as kids, we are not allowed to even say no. Like it all starts with our conditioning in our bachpan ki bhai, तुमको किसी ने कुछ, you know, the only time we're told to say no is जब बुआ आके पैसा देती है तुम्हारे हाथ में ना, दादी जी पैसा देती है, तब बोलना है no है.
तभी जॉब में
I'm like, okay, so जब कोई अप्रेजल देता है, तब आती है मेरे उसके, नहीं, sorry,
आप इतना पैसा नहीं, प्लीज अपने पास रखो.
So money when you give, then it's like, हाँ नहीं, अब no बोलना है. But then if somebody's giving you food, somebody wants to hug you, or somebody wants to, you know, मतलब pick you up, or whatever, if you're a child, then you're not supposed to say no, apparently. Like it's like, you know, I think it all starts from there, that we need to, first of all, I think
teach the child boundaries, teach them, okay, fine, this is your good touch, this is a bad touch, this is when you should be saying I'm uncomfortable, and just, you know, cold turkey it. And if you're already obviously way past the age, if you are hearing so many words coming from us, you're an adult of some form.
Yeah.
So
break the cycle yourself also. Maybe like, I mean, like I said, we all have been victims of some kind of harassment, some kind of sexual harassment at some point in time. So maybe from that knowledge, from that baggage, we teach our sons, daughters, and children to be better. Thoda heavy ho gaya, but I guess it was an important thing to discuss, especially if, you know, the fact that what we're trying to establish here, in conclusion, is that consent is a yes or a no. It is a black and white situation. It's not gray. It's not a maybe. You can't be half pregnant. Similarly, you can't be half consent given. No, there is a yes or there's a no. And it applies to almost every situation.
Yeah.
Include. And then the thing is that we've come from so much baggage, and we've come from, you know, experiences and a certain kind of weight that we have. Yeah. So, I mean, what we want to do, what we want to achieve with this discussion is that we want you guys to be better. better. You guys to demand better.
Yeah.
Maybe recognize if it's happening to you. Maybe don't, or maybe like, you know,
Don't let it be like the food you've been force fed. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't, and then to begin with, don't force feed your child. Like, be better parents, break that toxic cycle of being like, you
Yeah.
know, of letting your letting your kids be okay with you know, the gray area of consent.
So we're just ending on this note that regardless of how, you know, whatever situation is, good, bad, really bad, dark, ugly, there are places and phone numbers. You're going to list everything on screen and down below where you can get help. Even if you feel like it's helpless, you will have some support, even if it's a stranger. So don't feel scared, reach out, be safe. And if it's a no, it's a no.
So that was another episode of Gauri Gappa, and hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little heavy, but there will be lighter, funner stuff as well coming. So yeah, we're a new channel, so please like us, please subscribe. It will really help us.
Yes.
Also share it with your friends, with your girl gang and boy gang also.
Yes, and if you have any stories for which you want to share with us, we have a Reddit channel as well where you can know judgments from a complete anonymous ID.
Literally.
Share. Yes.